Hey YouTube, it's Alicia here, none other. I'm back and I have a Netflix television series review. Now this series I am going to review came out in 2022 and it's a C-drama. Now anytime you hear C-dramas, these are Chinese based dramas. You have your K-pop dramas, but then this is a C-drama, so you're gonna have to be able to tell difference. So this is a drama, fantasy, comedy, and it's based on and it actually have a book. There are actually books on this. I did not know that until I looked it up. But it's called Love Between a Fairy and the Devil. So none other, let's get started. So none other, this is about the characters. Orchid, who is a fairy, and then Dongfang Qingcang, and he's the devil. And so we're first introduced to Orchid. Now Orchid is a female fairy, and she's mostly over the destiny of books, where if you pick a leaf off, you can, let's say you have your destiny of book, you can see your past destiny coming up to your present and future destiny and stuff. But it's also the tree. The tree will also let you see your future as well and things. So Orchid is always picked on. You can say picked on, bullied, made fun of, because she's a low ranking fairy. Okay, something happened to her master. We never get what happened to her master in the beginning. So that's something I hope I want to talk about getting closer to the end. So yeah, she's picked on, she's teased, but then it's going to be a certain situation where they start praising her. So a guy, Lord Chong, I think Chong, C-H-A, oh Lord, Changheng, C-H-A-N-G-H-E-N-G. Lord Changheng. And Lord Changheng is Orchid's crush. And he get into some trouble, and she makes a bold move that will unrightly leads to her coming face to face with one of the most notorious devils, a demon. They says demon. And Orchid, doing this time while she's in space and she's doing this, she parallels out of into another realm, and Orchid comes face to face with dongFong. As she comes close in contact with dongFong, dongFong is in a paralysis, meaning he's in a curse. It's in a spell curse, and the only way you can break it, I think they kind of took a little bit leeway with this particular situation and made it more almost like, let me just put it like how Disney would say it, true love kiss, but the kiss in this situation is the one what would release him. Okay. After he is released from this curse and stuff, they're bond together. So anything happens to her, he will feel it and stuff like that. So on several different occasions, he has came to her rescue. He can sense it and things. So one of the senses, like she get captured by the Moon Tribe. It's two different types of Moon Tribe. It's one that his brother rules, and then it's the top one that he rules. But the brother was ruling both tribes after 3,000 years and stuff. But on one occasion, Orchid and one of her friends get captured by it, and they throw them over this bridge. Well, her friend end up perishing doing this, and but Dongfang saves her and stuff due to their bond. He comes in. He's a little bit on, like, he's huge, he's big and stuff, but he catches her in his hand and put him in his sleeve and stuff for safekeeping. Once everything he get finished fighting these guys, he comes down and she's on the ground and thing. But yeah. So in another instance, we also are introduced to Black Dragon. I cannot call the Black Dragon character's actual name in there, but they call him Black Dragon and stuff. And he's like coming back and forth to the abbot. She stays in the abbot hall and stuff. And so when they're there and stuff, and like they have these little tit or tats back and forth. But in one situation where she gets sick, Dongfang tries to cook and make medicine for her on one situation. But in another situation, Dongfang can feel something was wrong with Orchid, and he hurries to her bedside. Doing that, she ended up taking this vial of poison, and he does this something to her stomach to smooth her stomach down, just to help her and stuff, because this vial of poison was something called of ashes and stuff like that. So then she had a theory exam where they had to go in the forest and they have to find this one creature, and whoever comes back with it and stuff, you know, they'll get a higher grade and stuff. So they said, okay, but they are parting into two teams. So while Dongfang wanted to make sure Orchid is seen and stuff, so what Orchid do, he like pushed her threw her towards the front. They didn't know why it happened. They saw she just came towards the front. Boom, she ended up being a leader. Okay, the girl who usually always is two girls that usually always bully her. One girl was one team, but the girl who was going to step forward couldn't step forward no more because her father is actually a lord, and I'm gonna get my little theory on that. Okay, Lord Chong, I hope I pronounced that right. Chong, kind of smiled when she like was one of the leaders and stuff. Okay, so as they're going through and doing their test, and like she looks for it, and what she don't know, Dongfang and Black Dragon is invisible. They're invisible, and nobody can see them, but they are there trying to make sure she is looking good and stuff. And so once she finds the little furry creature, the girl who wasn't the leader was like, her and her little female group mates was finna get ready to attack her. But what she did, she put her hands up. So you gotta think she's supposed to be weak, but her power is supposed to be weak. Well, thanks to Dongfang, she like blows them back. And so what it is, the head lord, Lord Chong, and I know Ru Hong, and the teacher, they sees this, and they're going, her power's never done that before. They kind of look at each other like, what? And then all of a sudden, it's more of a darker presence. So it's a female dark presence that's there, and she puts this dark magic onto this creature, and the creature goes bonkers, and like the girls are running, trying to get to safety and things. But they can see what's going on, and they like don't like it. And one of the girls' fathers, who's like one of the lords, It's not liking it. He said, we got to send somebody. They said, wait, let me see what they're going to do. So all the girls give Orchid these balls, these red balls. They gave them all the red balls. Give her all the red balls just in case she needs to use them. So she took the girl who was bloody and took that, but she cuts herself. Dongfang felt it. So when Dongfang, he's like, what is she doing? And she used it and she started crying to get the creature to follow her. Once she does that, everybody who's watching don't like it at all. They are not like, they like, no, why she do that? She's trying to let them, and so all the girls come running back to safety and stuff like that. Then you see Lord Chong. He goes running. Then the girl's father goes running. Then the teacher goes running. And then you see Ruhan also goes running. You have 4 people go running along with guards. And they're calling Orchid. But before the creature can do anything, Dongfang comes in time and stops. And Dongfang feels this dark presence. He felt it. And she's like, Changheng, get out of here before they see you and stuff. And he goes, I'll go. He's like, he gives her this look like, I'll go, but I'll meet you back at your place. Like, I'm going to meet you back at your place. And before the dark presence can leave, he can sense the dark presence. He zaps her. And she goes, ooh. And she turns into a butterfly. So once he does that and this dark presence disappears and stuff, Orchid starts getting praised for her helping and stuff. And so at first, the Lord who has a daughter, it's like, you put their lives at risk. And then Lord Chong has to say, wait, but she ended up saving their lives. So then he's like, my apologies. And they start praising her and stuff like that, giving her praises and stuff, how she stopped it and stuff like that. So she ended up getting this little thing, and she ended up like saying she passed. She's like number 1, she's like first. And then you got girl 1 and girl 2, the 2 who are the mainly ones who bullied her, has a problem and stuff. So let me back for a bit. Prior, before they ever do the exams, the girl who was father, she comes and visits her, and the tree opens up to see the future, and you see that she's like, and she don't get it, and then when she sees the bride, who's Changheng's future bride, she's noticed it's Orchid. She said, that tree is a lie. And she storms off. Dongfang asks, hey, do you want me to K her? And she goes, no. And I think his way of getting her back was to make Fong look good. Fong had no idea he was there the whole entire time that she was doing the test until she got into some trouble. Okay. All right, after the exams and stuff, and they had to go through and stuff. Like I said, she was being praised. Lord Rang Han U prevents Changheng. I am calling him different things. I am so sorry, y'all. Changheng Chong. Lord Changheng Chong. So Lord Rangu is trying to prevent Lord Chang Hu to eliminate Orchid's name from the list, and he was like trying to give him a reason why to take her name off the list and thing. And with Lord Chang, he goes on and do it as well. And think, and doing that, Orchid is with the girl. She's going through the names. She don't see her name, y'all. She don't see her name on the list. And she was so confused. She was upset, but she was confused. And she was informed by her teacher that her name was eliminated from the list and stuff, and that's all she could give her. And as she's walking away, it feels like as she's walking back to Albert Hall, she's like confused, she's upset. Orchid feels hurt and stuff, and she asks Fong to use his his ability to be in the invisible ability to take Orchid and see Orchid, take Orchid, and you see the head lord talking to Lord Chong. We're just gonna call him Chong because I can say first part. Chong, and it is like the head lord and Lord Chong are brothers. Yeah, I want y'all to remember that. And he said he took Orchid off the list. Okay, he goes, and Orchid, you see Orchid, and you hear them, they hearing them talking about her, how they took her off the list, but he goes, but you was praising her at one point. He said it was just best because then he makes this. Orchid's into her feelings. She's hurt by Lord Chong from eliminating her from the list, and they made arrangements. And doing this, he like makes a quote and say, "Oh, she's just a low-ranking fairy. She would be better suited." And they was making arrangements for her to have a job as a fairy servant. I'm going, man, I said, man, they are so evil. And that made Dongfang so mad. He was mad. He was very mad, but also he was sad at the same time. And it was like showing how deeply he was like caring for her, how deeply he cared for her and stuff. So doing the same time as he's like wiping tears away, and like she's finally broke down and start crying and thing. And here comes Lord Chong and his guards coming to search Albert Hall, because now they know it's a dark spirit there, but they don't know where. And so they are searching every, part of the place and stuff. They ain't there. So Orchid and Fong escapes by diving into the water off the tip of the house and into the water. So as they dive into the water, Orchid is trying to hold her breath as long as she can, but she couldn't, and she ended up passing out. As she passed out, Dongfang comes and grabs her and kisses her to give her breath. She pulls away, but he pulls her back and he kisses her. And as they were merged back up, she goes, "Oh, I gotta go change clothes." And they had this like awkward, like kind of still before she goes, I gotta go change clothes. They had this like awkward attention towards each other now since he kissed her and stuff. And so after that, Dongfang, he becomes fascinated in touching his lips. He's touching his lips, y'all. He's touching his lips, and he's like fascinated because he kissed her and become fascinated with that and stuff until she falls asleep at a certain part, like in this beautiful area where it's just a lot of plants and stuff. And so she tried to get rid of him by drugging him, but he was okay. And she said, "This is for you. This is some of my little things." She said, and she's like, and stuff and things like that. She was just trying to get rid of him and stuff like that and thing, and that wasn't going to work. He comes back and she sleep. So he has Black Dragon to check her pulse. Had Black Dragon to check her pulse. He said, she's still breathing. So, you know, he goes, she's good. You know, she's still breathing and stuff. And Dongfang, he puts her to sleep, put her in the bed, and he puts her hands over the covers, and on her left arm, he puts, left arm, he puts this bracelet, this beautiful pearl, I won't say pearl, I said it's like crystal, like bracelet with his emblem on it, and he made it invisible, made it invisible. So once he made it invisible, nobody can't see it. It's there, but they don't know it's there, and she don't know it's there and stuff. So and he put that there as a protection, to protect her, because he felt like something was going to go down, something they were going to try to do something to her. So Dongfang decided he wanted to fight Lord Chang. Yeah, but it was going good until Lord Chang's sidekick friend, who's also a lord as well, and they start fighting each other. Well, Dongfang starts getting this tightening around his neck. Trying to speed this up, y'all. He gets this tightening around his neck, warning him, letting him know something's wrong with Orchid. So Orchid was trying to go through this oracle to transform to graduate. Okay, it's not working. Something's wrong. The turtle tells it, my favorite child and stuff like that. You'll find out what your future will hold. And she didn't understand it and stuff, and so they just like, so it just messed up all together and everybody. And then the teacher decided to do something, and all of a sudden you see this blueness over her. And then they like say, oh no, she's a spy for the move for dongFong, and they call his whole name Hellfire, and they called him Hellfire, and she said, I don't know what you're talking about, and stuff like that. She said, I don't know what you're talking about, and stuff like that. And then it revealed, and once they did that, and it revealed the bracelet, and they noticed it's a Hellfire bracelet. Hellfire. None of the head leader, Lord Chang's older brother, is like, where is he? Where is Hellfire? And before he can, let's just say he's they got her chained up like she's on a cross. On a cross, y'all. You have to watch it to see, to get what I'm talking about. But doing that, and they have her, you know, and my thing is, once he felt that tightness around his neck, he left quick to go save Orchid. And before he can pierce her with a knife, I have to say that, with a sword. Let me just say sword. Before he can pierce her with a sword, or like a short sword and stuff, it stops and it falls. And you hear Hellfire say, how dare you hurt my woman? So I'm going, okay. How dare you hurt my woman? And so when he popped up to protect Orchid, the head warlord had this look like, no. They knew as soon as he popped up and he put his hands around her waist and stuff, is like the guy with the white hair. His daughter is one of the girls. And he had this look on his face like, no, they knew they crossed the line. They just knew they just crossed the line. And let me just say, he gave them a reckoning that they wasn't prepared for. He did that. He put before he gave out went through battle with everybody in the room. He put the bracelet back on, and like before he can actually would destroy stuff, Orchid just gave him this look like, spare them. Spare them. Okay, that's not the only time. So as Dongfang and Orchid is leaving, here comes Lord Chang. Lord Chang and him is like fighting back and forth. Once again, Orchid gave Dongfang this look like, spare him. He does it. Now, one of my favorite, and like the part where he comes to her aid in front of everybody, I'm gonna give y'all some things what they should have done, and this is just my opinion, because me and my family, we watched this, and all of us going, we wanted some very intimate scenes that we didn't get. And I'm gonna tell y'all some scenes where I felt like certain intimate scenes should have been added and stuff, and but yeah. So one of my favorite moments has to be when Black Dragon goes from being human and being a dragon, and he's staring Orchid down. He knows she's got to get up on him and stuff. And so while she's up there, and she starts yelling and screaming, but then she just says, but this is what's so sweet and tender about this moment. She like yelling and screaming, and after she yells and screams, Orchid actually falls back on Dongfang in his arm/lap, and it was sort of like a tender moment. It's like he's not holding her, she just falls back in his lap, and she's like grasped like this, holding his jacket, but she's like this, but still screaming and stuff. But yeah, it was like one of the best. This is one of the best series I could recommend to anybody. So now we're going to talk about some key things that I felt like we should have gotten for the series versus what we got. Okay. So like I said, on several different occasions, he have saved her. And before I forget, let me not forget this. On the second time they like switch bodies again, is where Lord Chang and Ronghao, I'm gonna put I'm not good with names, but I'll put his name down. I'm gonna put everybody's name down into the comments where y'all can see the names I'm trying to pronounce. But when they see that she's in his body and he's in her body, so they was just thinking, oh, I kill her, oh, he will perish and stuff like that. And they said that's not how it works. And like she goes, that's not how it works and stuff. She said, I was trying to save you, and I end up kissing him, so I'm in debt to him, and we are bonded and stuff like that. And like the second guy who was with Lord Chang, let's just say that Lord Chang was not getting that you can't just get rid of him. Let me just say it that way. Get rid of him and not get rid of him out of her body, and she'll go back into her body and be like that. That's not how it worked. And they finally saw how they got switched. When they switched back. So she saw the thunder. Thunder was coming. She runs and she grabs and she just kissed him. And when they switched back, the motions of the hands from her doing this of kissing him to where his hand goes to the back of her neck. And Lord Chang's little friend who was with him said, oh my God, oh no, they changed back. And and before he goes into this hellfire like mode again, and before she can tell him to go, he grabs her and kisses her again and gives this like, you see me kissing her? So yeah, that was that. Now let's talk about a couple of things. So like I said, he saved her several different occasions. It's several different occasions. Let me just say, it's 36. It's like I said, 36 episodes. I watched it all the way through. It took me 2 days to watch it. 36, well, actually, no, it took me 3 days to watch it. I had to watch it 6 times to get the first 14 episodes that I was going to be doing the review on and stuff. But it's good. It's good. Okay, so let me just tell you some of the things that I wish they should have did with Dongfang and orchid. So one of the things, so I asked my family like, say, this is what they should have did. This is what. So the two big major things that we all had a problem with it a little bit was that we felt like Dongfang and orchid, yeah, should have kissed in front of the head lord when he came to save her, because it would have signified, when he said, oh, how dare you hurt my woman, it would have been a symbolized that, oh yeah, she's my woman, I kissed her in front of him, and they could. And to me, I just felt like that was the one thing that we missed in front of the head lord, and it should have been like, everybody should have been like, if they had added this into the series, like them kissing in front of the head lord, it would have been, oh my god, like the girls like, and the teacher could have went. It would have made it. It would have made it great. Now another thing. It would have made the whole show. Let me just put it that way. It would have made the whole show. Okay, then the second thing is, like, when they got to his palace / castle, they should have gave us a little bit more intimate scenes. We did get an intimate scene, but you gotta think, one had a blindfold on. By intimate, we want to see them get intimate with each other. That was just the only one thing that all of us felt like that was missing in the show. And stuff, it's like, that's just my opinion. That's my opinion and stuff, and my family's opinion. Because if we had a little bit intimate scenes with them while she was at the castle in his room, I think it would have put it on another level, and it probably would have changed the review of the show in general. Overall, the intro song, oh my god, the ballad. I had to call it a ballad. That ballad was soft but beautiful. It was a soft but beautiful song, and I just think everybody will love it. Like I said, I watched it over 6 times, and it took me 3 days to watch the show. You got 36, let me count, 36 episodes. I watched. First night, I actually watched 1 through 25. Then the next day, I watched 26 through 32, and then 33, 34, 35, 36 in the last 4 on the third 3 nights. 3 nights, consecutive nights. This is all I watched. Overall, like I said, I'm giving you not a full review of the show, of all of the episodes, but I'm just giving you the first 14 episodes, the ones that I like and I love. Oh my god, I have to give y'all a 9 out of 10. Like I said, if they had a little bit more intimate scenes with it in the show, I think it would have been real great. Now, the one thing, as I looked it up, it looked this show up on internet, and I put in, and I read up on it might be a second. I don't know if this is true or not, but it has been declared that it will be a second season. We don't know when we're going to get it. We don't know when we're going to get it. That's when we don't know when the release date or what time of what season we're going to get it. But I am very hopeful for this show. This show, oh my God, it got me into it. And cause like I said, if you can hold my attention like this show has, you will like it. So if you're like me and you like stuff like K-pop dramas or C dramas, dramas that is fantasy, drama, and comedy, and a little bit of romance all in one, please thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel.